Welcome, in front of me is a REALME X50 Pro, and today I will show you how to go through the setup process of the device. Now when you put it up for the first time, you'll be presented with the language select, so select the language that you wish to use. I'm going to stick with the one that is selected by default for me, and then tap on next. And from here you want to select your region. Now this doesn't actually need to be accurate. Then once you move forward, we have the terms of service. Obviously we need to agree to them, otherwise we can't really proceed. Now the only thing you need to agree is the actual terms of service, which are the ones above. Rest is optional, as you can see at the end in parentheses. They did make sure that you can see that optional at the very end of the sentence. So from here you can tap on next and connect to Wi-Fi. Now again, this is completely optional. You can do that right now, or if you don't have a Wi-Fi near you, you can completely skip this and it will not really change much. The only thing that you won't be able to do during this setup is log into your Google account and restore the device from that Google account. But you can do that later on once, for instance, once you log into Google through settings, you can still do the same thing. We have Wi-Fi assistant. Now I would advise on turning this on. What it will do is switch Wi-Fi's to the better one. So if, for instance, right now you have access to two different Wi-Fi's, and the one that you're connected to right now is a little bit trash, the phone will automatically switch to the one that is better, faster and stronger. And furthermore, once you enable that, it gives you another option to connect to your mobile network. So if both of those Wi-Fi's are complete and utter garbage, it will switch to your provider's mobile data. Now this will still lose, in this case, use your data, so keep that in mind. From there, let's go to the next, and we have Google services. So we have things like use location, scanning, and send user and diagnostic data. Now you can tap on the arrow and extend the list to get a more comprehensive overview of what it exactly does. So each one of them has just a description, and you can deselect all three of them if you want to. And let's go to next. Set lock screen password, completely optional. You can do that if you want. For instance, go to settings, and by default it opts into not very common 6-digit PIN. I'm not a fan of that, so we're gonna go to other encryption method. There we go. And from here we have option for patterns, 4-digit, 4 to 16-digit, and just an alphabetical password. So I'm gonna go with the pattern. That's just what I like. And I need to draw the pattern, redraw the same pattern once more, and that's set. And then automatically jumps to face recognition, which should launch the camera right when I tap on continue. Let's see. Yep, there it is. So I just captured my smug face there, and turn on raise to turn on screen. This is a good option, I guess, to have if you're using face recognition. It will allow you to basically raise the phone and it will automatically scan your face and unlock the device. So this is a fairly nice thing that you can enable. Now if you don't want it, later on in the settings you can disable it if you test it around and don't want it, or just if you already know that you don't like it. And then we have fingerprint. Now automatically it goes through all the encryptions, but you can skip them by, for instance, tapping on cancel, like so, and you don't have to add fingerprint if you want to, or if you don't want to. Then we have some recommended, auto update overnight, and the home screen icons. So one is just a update. I believe no matter what you set here, I think the phone still updates overnight. At least that's how I feel with my device, although it's a different brand. So you can test it if you want it. If you like to have the latest update, probably the good thing to have on. And home screen icons, once you tap on here, you will have just different styles of icons to choose from. Personally, I really like the default one, the first one, so that's what I'm gonna stick with. And from there, let's go to next, import data. Now this will use the built-in app that REALME provides the phone with. And if you have a different device that isn't REALME, you will be required to download that app on that phone and then connect them both to each other and just transfer the data through hotspot, I believe it will be. So from here, I'm gonna choose later. I don't really have anything to transfer. I'm setting it up as new. And we're basically now done. And there we go. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.